How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you another tech deck, another deck build. It's a very budget deck again, because I really wanna see people that don't have a lot of wild cards being able to play this game with decent decks. Like here you need to spend 2 mythic wild cards. That's not easy to get, I understand, and 2 rare wild cards. Apart from that, I don't really think you have a lot of you're gonna have a lot of difficulty finding the wild cards for this deck. It's a very synergetic deck, just as I enjoy to play them. I like synergetic decks. I like decks that everything you do builds up to the strategy. That's what I enjoy playing and what I enjoy using. Unfortunately, the meta isn't really friendly to anyone that likes to play those types of decks, but you can still do something a little bit different. This is basically a human deck, so it's a tribal deck. Basically you have a lot of humans that you put on the field, and then you start using the coven abilities of these cards to just power them up and just swing for a lot, basically. You have Katilda that helps with the mana, because it makes every single one of your creatures also add mana of its own color, meaning that if you have a Chaplain of Alms and Katilda, this one's gonna do white, this one's gonna do both, either a forest or a plains. You have Join the Dance. It's a good card in order to help get blockers, plus get more bodies on the field, because when you get cards like Sigarda or Dawnhart Wardens, that adds up a lot. Plus you have Contortionist Troop. It's basically you play 1 forest and 1 X, you pay how many you want, and it becomes and it enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters. And a lot of creatures here have the coven, meaning that if you have 3 or more creatures with different powers, they do something to add to the strategy. In this case, the troop does +1/+1 counter on a target creature. You have the Dawnhart Wardens that get +1/+0 to every creatures until end of turn. You have the Sigarda that when Sigarda attacks, it reveals the top 5 cards of your library. You may choose a human card from among them and put it in your hand. So basically you draw a card, a creature, and that's a nice thing. And that's it. You have Kabira Takedown as land and or removal, depends on what you choose. Guiding Voice, so you can buff up a creature and also learn. You have Environmental Sciences, Reduce to Memory, Containment Breach, Expanded Anatomy, Introduction to Prophecy, and Introduction to Annihilation on the sideboard. Apart from that, you have Ritual of Hope, an instant that can buff up your creatures until end of turn. Timberland Guide, same thing. When it enters battlefield, you buff up your creatures. It's a very simple deck, but very synergetic. It's fun to use. I don't know where exactly this deck can take you, but at least is something very different than what we're used to seeing in the meta, and for me that's a lot. Anyway, as I usually do, I try to improve the deck. You see here 2 different versions. This one isn't really a budget version anymore, because I put in 4 Intrepid Adversaries. I also added 3 Brutal Cathars, those are rares, 3 Elite Spellbinders, and 2 Vanquish the Hordes. I also added Portable Hole, Borrowed Time, and Maja, Bretagard Protector. I think this one really suits the deck, and cards like Portable Hole, Borrowed Time, Vanquish the Horde, Brutal Cathar, and Elite Spellbinder are more of something that you can use you know, that can deal with whatever your opponent's gonna put on the field. So I think this way is a little bit more, how can I put this, a little bit more complete, a little bit more put together, and it gives you a little bit more options. Let's see how it plays. So I'll talk to you soon. Okay, so let's go to another game. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get the win. Let's see if this end is actually somewhat decent for a change, you know. Return to Monkey. Let's see what we are gonna be up against. I mean, I like this hand, you know. It has removal, it has ramp. I'm gonna start with the planes just because no real reason behind the planes decision. So nothing from our opponent, so I'm gonna play a Katilda, you know. It's gonna help for the later turns. Even if I didn't have the mana, I could Dawnhart Wardens. Borrowed time is very good to have in the end, because since I have no idea what I'm up against, as you usually don't, you know, it's always good to have some backup and second options. Our opponent is taking a little while. Witherbloom Apprentice, okay. It's one of those Magecraft decks, that's fine. And it's not gonna be easy, but that's fine, you know. I think I'm gonna go Borrowed Time, yeah, I think it's better. Just trying to slow down our opponent. No white source, that's not ideal. I don't want to really lose the Kabira Takedown. If I play Sigarda right now, I think it's just gonna die. So I'm gonna attack. And yeah, I'm just gonna play the Wardens. I think it's the best choice here. Sedgemore Witch. I wasn't kinda... I really didn't want him to have this one, but of course he has, like, the whole deck is built around this one, so I gotta take care of it. The takedown was very useful. See, this was exactly why I didn't want to use him as a white source. I'd rather wait a little bit. I attack and turn and it's done. I took care of one of his deck's biggest problems to me. I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure he has more. They don't even let me say that. I got a Brutal Cathar him, right? There's nothing else I can do. Yeah. It's the best decision, honestly. I don't really mind losing the life, you know. His deck is really Sedgemore Witch heavy. Plus I get the Coven triggers, that's always nice. He's already at 8. It's not gonna be easy for him to climb out of this hole. And immediately as I say this, 2 Infernal Grasps, really? Come on, man. I mean, he's at 4 life, but that doesn't really help, you know. Portable Hold does nothing for us at this point. Another Wardens, it's just, you know, it doesn't really help. The adversary, right now I only have 1 white source, so it doesn't really do anything. And Sigarda is gonna just die, most likely. But I think I gotta play the Sigarda right now. Make him spend the Yorgo. Of course you're one of those players, of course. Making him spend any more removal that he has. And I'm pretty sure he has a lot, but you know, let's just do this. It buffs up my Katilda a little bit. On the off chance it doesn't have anything on hand right now to just immediately kill the Sigarda. And of course he does. Like, this is nothing new, I was expecting this. Another takedown, that's actually pretty solid for us. I think I'm gonna play the Wardens this turn. I mean, I can also use the takedown as a white source instead of the... yeah. Alright, exactly, I have Katilda, so I can just do this. Yeah, I'm not very smart sometimes, you gotta, you know, bear with me. Okay, this is not ideal, but now the portable hole actually does something. The Witherbloom Apprentice only costs 2, so fantastic for us, man. I'm gonna use the portable hole on that creature and just attack with the Wardens probably. We have lethal, so he has to block. He's gonna get 1 life right now, but we're still ahead even though we only have 8 life. The Sedgemoor Witch ward ability really starts to add up, you know. Okay, a field trip doesn't do anything. Okay, he just got a little bit more life, that's fine. Elite Spellbinder is actually amazing for us right now. I'm gonna just play it and see what he has in hand. Basically nothing. I'm gonna take his Blood Pact, obviously. He doesn't really get cards and I'm just gonna attack. So he's gonna get up to 5, down to 5 in this case. And next turn, Intrepid Adversary if he doesn't have a board wipe. So, he doesn't have anything in hand. And he scoops. Okay, your go now. That was a bit childish, not gonna lie. Okay, so another game. Let's see what Arena has in store for us. That first game was actually a nice win. I mean, not the first game, but the first game of the video probably. I think it was the second game. Okay, that was a nice win, but this is a terrible hand. I cannot keep this, especially on the play. Now this I like much more. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna remove the Arctic Treeline because I have a plains, a forest, and a Kabira Takedown just in case, you know. Like, worst case scenario I have to use it for land, but hopefully I won't. So he's playing red. I'm still gonna play Katilda because I really don't have anything else to do right now, and it makes no sense to be, you know, scared. Okay, so is it red and blue? He foretold something. Let's see what happens. As I imagined, I'm gonna use it as land, and I don't care about the 1 life point right now. I much rather put the Wardens in at a time where he doesn't have anything to, you know, counter or destroy. An expressive iteration, okay. That's something, I guess. I really like this artwork. Anastasia of Chinikova, great job. Hope I didn't butcher the name too much. So right now we have 5 mana available, you know, counting the 2 creatures. So I'm just reading what it does actually. Okay, so another Katilda, that might help for the mana. Okay, yeah, it's a legendary creature, I cannot play it. So let's see, maybe I should play Intrepid Adversary and buff it once. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good idea. I can only swing with the 4 from the Wardens, but yeah. Okay, let's see what he does. He's been pretty quiet right now. It's not really a normal thing with okay, smoldering egg. That's nice. If we get land, I'm pretty sure we can use fantastic. We can use the Maja to buff up our creatures and, you know, swing for 10. He only has a 0-4, so it's great. And we get the scoop. This was a great game to show what this deck can do. Okay, so let's go to another game. After that last win, you know, like that turn 3 or turn 4 scoop that our opponents did with a pretty good deck, might I add. I think I'm gonna keep this. You know, that one really showed what this deck can do. You know, it was a pretty powerful entrance. Our opponent just didn't really know how to deal with our creatures, because we already have on turn 3 or 4 we already have a pretty decent board state, and that's not something that you usually see, you know. I kinda wanna use the borrowed time here. I could use the Brutal Cathar, but I'm pretty sure it's just gonna die immediately. I think maybe I want to use this one right now, and if something more worrying comes, I'll use the borrowed time, because it's easier to kill a creature than an enchantment. So of course you have another one, because why not, you know? My god, this is amazing. I think I'm gonna use one of these. Oh, I can't, because I only have one white source. Yeah, this can happen. I don't want to use a borrowed time there. Yeah, I'm just gonna put one of these and not do anything else. You know, it's just another creature. Worst case scenario, next turn I can Kabira Takedown the Cassie, you know, if I have 2 creatures, which I thought I end up having by the end of this turn, you know. He seems really interested in killing my Brutal Cathar, which is, you know, pretty acceptable. But at the same time, it's like, do you really need another Cassie naturalist, you know? Let's see if he attacks. I mean, I'll trade. I wonder if he has a snakeskin veil. Let's see. Worst case scenario, I get 3 life. Best case scenario, we trade. Okay, so still no white mana. I don't know how arena works. I'm gonna have to sacrifice this one, you know. I should probably take care of that ranger class, because he's just gonna keep pumping his creatures, and that's extremely dangerous in a green deck. I mean, in every deck, but especially in a green deck, because if you let things run wild for a little bit, they just you know. That deck just gets absolutely insane. I'm gonna pass turn. I mean, honestly, how many of us are actually surprised that he has another Ranger class in hand? Like, that was the most obvious thing ever, right? Ridiculous, man. So I can do this, or I can do this and buff the creatures once. I think I want to do the Sigarda, honestly. It's a 4/4. It's a flyer. Even though next turn I'm gonna probably suffer, but I really want to see if I get another planes, and if I don't, next turn I'll play the adversary. But right now I'm gonna do this and just hope. I'm gonna swing, probably making the worst mistake in my life, but let's see what happens. Okay, I got kinda lucky, not gonna lie. Because if the guy had a snakeskin veil or something that can buff up his creatures just for one, I was pretty much screwed. Okay, Tovalar. He's gonna get a lot of card draw. That's ridiculous. Okay, I'll take 4, but I'm gonna kill one of your wolves. That's always a good thing. I need a plains, fantastic, so I can buff up my creatures twice. That's not ideal, but at the same time it's fantastic. Not gonna really complain about it. Okay, so I'm gonna attack with a 6/6, or should I just... Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this like this, you know. Try and see if I can do something to his board state, because it's starting to get a little serious. I'm interested in killing the Tovalar. Okay, this is kinda good for me. Why is he attacking? That makes me kinda worried. I don't want to lose Sigarda, but I don't want to lose Intrepid Adversary as well. So I think I'm gonna do this, because I'm thinking of I keep thinking of Snakeskin Veil, you know. That's bad. You know what? I'm just gonna do it because I'm gonna maximize my chances of, you know, maybe he's bluffing, probably he's not. Yeah, I knew it. I'm gonna lose Sigarda, but that's not the worst thing in the world, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and for now I'm gonna attack and then I see what happens. Yeah, for now I'm not gonna play this because I should have kept the planes in my hand, but hindsight's 2020, right? Of course he has another one. Of course he has another one. Right now I think I'm gonna take this one. Oh, fantastic. I love this. When things go well, this... fantastic. Okay, so let's see what happens next turn. Like, if this one dies, it's gonna be tough, not gonna lie. Because he gets back a Cassie and a Tovalar. It's rough. Dude's taking a little while, but I totally get it. He has no idea what I have in hand, obviously. But I could have something good, something like another Borrowed Time, a Portable Hole, another Cathar, a Skyclave Apparition, something like that. Skyclave Apparition is actually a little bit better than this one. I just chose this one because when he transforms into the Moonrage Brute, he has First Strike and Ward, so it's very good. Plus, it transforms back to Brutal Cathar and you can use it again, you know? Skyclave Apparition doesn't really have that. Only if you have something like a Yorion or, you know, some flicker effect or some stuff like that. But this one does that all by himself, you know? So, I get it. Are we being roped out? Or is he actually considering? Did he leave? I don't know. This has been a decent game, you know, for you guys to see what this deck can actually do. That's something we didn't really quite get to see on the Dimir Zombies deck. Okay, I'm gonna, well, first of all, I'm gonna attack. Oh, I cannot attack, right, because he can just buff up the Faceless Haven. Yes, indeed. That's probably what he thought about. I forgot about that. Oh right, but now he's a moon. Yeah, I'm good with this because it's a 4/3. Yeah, it's a 4/3, and this one has First Strike. So yeah, if that's what he wants to do, then I'm perfectly fine with it. And we got roped out, but you know, it's still a W. We managed to see a little bit of what this deck can actually do, and yeah, I'm happy with it. So yeah guys, here we are for the final thoughts on the deck. It's pretty good, not gonna lie, I had fun playing with it. The meta doesn't really benefit people that try to play with these kinds of decks. You know, it can get better, obviously. This is, even though with the changes I made, I still consider this a somewhat budget deck, you know. You only have 2 mythics and those are the toughest ones to get. You have what? No, sorry, you have actually 6 mythics. I forgot about the adversary, but you only have 6 mythics and 3, 6, 8, 10 rares. I don't think that's a lot, honestly, especially considering what we see right now. I decided to put the pathway in, but you know, you can play this without the pathway, so I didn't even count that one. But yeah, the deck delivers exactly what it promises, you know, a lot of synergy. You have some removal, you have a lot of buffing up your creatures, you know. I enjoyed it. I think you guys will enjoy it too. If you don't have the wildcards for this, you can use the other list, the original list, let's put it that way, that I showed in the beginning of the video. So you know, you have options. If you want to try something different, this is a pretty good option to use, in my opinion at least. I can see you guys getting a couple steps up from your current position on the ladder, assuming that you're like me on silver or bronze or whatever, you know, if assuming you're just starting, or that you don't want to really play those meta boring decks, you know, that everyone seems to be playing right now. And I understand they're the meta, so that's exactly why they're the meta, because everyone's playing them and they're fantastic decks. I just find them extremely boring, so you know, it is what it is. I like to have fun, I like to try different things. I had fun playing with this is different. And that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, to sub, you know. Don't forget to like, to sub, to comment down below what you guys think I should improve on the deck. Tell me what you think, what you would like to see next. I would like to know what kinds of decks you guys want to see. If you want to see more meta type decks without the extra turns crap, I don't have a lot of patience for that, you know, but I can bring you some, I don't know, mono green or whatever. Just let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, a sub, you know, all of that already. And I'll see you on the next one.